Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. This is the preview of West Ham's 6th home game of the 22-23 Premier League season, where we welcome former Hammer and now manager Gary O'Neill and AFC Bournemouth to the London Stadium for an 8 o'clock kickoff live on Monday night on Sky Sports Under the Lights. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website. But as you can see from the icon that's up here, there's also Admiral and Umbro, Claret and Blue, track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly on to Iron Supporting Food Banks, the charity in the Newham area that are helping those in the Newham area and wider further afield in the Essex County as well for that matter, to help those that are struggling to put food on their tables in these very difficult times. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. Depending on what you're purchasing, you'll be saving between 5 and 15 quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. So as always guys, let's talk about the officials first and foremost. The referee for day is David Coote. His assistants are Neil Davies and Nick Hopton, so far so good. On fourth official duty is Craig Pawson, but here is where it slides. On VAR is Mike Dean, and his assistant is Dan Rabathan. So it's of course Mike Dean's going to be involved. It's Monday Night Football on Sky. What do you expect? I know. Well, we know what to expect, don't we, guys? But we'll come to that in the in the full-time analysis when that comes out on Monday night / Tuesday morning. Now, normally I'd talk about the last 6 times we've played Bournemouth at home, but we haven't played them at home for over 2.5 years, and the last 5 home games against them spans 7 years, so it's not really relevant from that point of view. And likewise with David Moyes' record against them as a manager at home. 1-1, drawn 1, lost 1. Take your pick, quite frankly. Who's going to get the points? Fucking who knows? Bournemouth are 12th in the table at the time of this recording after 11 games, winning 3, drawing 4 and losing 4, scoring 10 goals and conceding 23 and they're currently sitting on 13 points. 2 points above us, but only 1 place in the table. So if we have the miraculous recovery that we had with Moyes with his second home game once he came, so his first home game once he came back for the second period, I should say, we beat them 4-0. So if we can have a decent position like that, we can jump over them with a point spare, and hopefully 2 or 3 goals conceded. 2 or 3 goals scored and none conceded, for example. We will have a decent goal difference as well, for that matter. And again, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm always worried when we've got a plus goal difference this time of the year, but 2 seasons later, I want us to have a plus goal difference this time of year. Of the 5 away games they've played so far, they've won 1, drawn 2 and lost 2, scoring 6 and conceding 18. Now, their highest goal scorers away from home are, to a degree, not really surprising, Solanke and Billing with 2 goals apiece, and their highest assister is also Solanke with 2 assists. So, obviously, well, we'll talk about him in a minute. Now, turning to injuries, Kelly is out with an ankle injury and Brooks is being assessed for a thigh injury, and neither have a return date yet. So, yeah, it's good from that point of view. From Gary O'Neill's point of view, of course, he's not the only one of the former Hammers to return to the London Stadium to us with Bournemouth this season. We've also got former Hammers Stanislas and Ryan Fredericks as well, for that matter. Guys, go over to the Bournemouth website. I don't know if it's up on the West Ham website, but go and watch the video of Fredericks and Rice doing that sort of matey conversation, talking about each other. It's really, really entertaining. I watched it earlier today while I was putting my notes together for this. It's really, really good. Very entertaining. But the players to look out for, other than Solanke, of course, as I said, former Hammers, especially Fredericks with his pace. Stanislas is a very good player still. Neto is a decent goalkeeper and is very, very tricky to get past. And also Cook and Dembele. Now they are the players that I'm aware of. But guys, if any Bournemouth players is in here as well, for that matter, any Bournemouth fans, I should say, or it could be players, you never know. But if there's any Bournemouth fans, let us know who your players are that we need to keep an eye out for. Now, Gary O'Neill's preferred formation since becoming in charge of Bournemouth seems to be a 4-2-3-1 formation, just like the way that Moyes likes to play. However, I've got a really, really funny feeling that from doing the research I've done and looking at different websites and estimated formations and all the rest of it. I've got a funny feeling they're going to go to like a 3-4-3, which we'll come on to in the preview, well, the starting 11, I should say. And also the analysis for the Patreons we'll talk about in literally just after this segment. Bournemouth's style of play is playing with long balls and also playing with width. They play in their own half and they also like playing the offside trap. So whatever striker or strikers we're going to have on the pitch, really need to keep an eye out for that. Their strengths are coming back from losing positions and protecting the lead, but they are weak at defending set pieces and are very weak at keeping possession and defending against wing attacks, something of which we need to work on as well, for that matter. We are terrible at keeping possession over the last few weeks. Obviously, for some random reason, we seem to be getting better at it, doing it in the second half in comparison to the first, but one of our strengths really is wing attacks. We are, when we've got the likes of Bowen and Benrahma and Antonio on the pitch, pelting, and to a lesser extent, Fornals, Creswell, Soufal, etc., they are very good at breaking teams down the left and right wings respectively. But we really need to be on our game for this, because this I wouldn't say this is a must-win game, but it is at the certain points, given we're only a few points away from the bottom three. I'm not worried about it from that point of view, because we're still only, the 12th game of the season now, so we're coming up to a third of the way through the season. So but it is starting to get squeaky bum time to a certain degree. Now, as I just mentioned just now, let's now jump over to the Patreon analysis, where I talk about the formation and the possible tactics that Bournemouth could do. If you want to become a Patreon, links in the description. Rick, thank you very much for coming back as a starting 11 Patreon. Thank you very much, mate. It's nice to have you back. But guys, now let's turn over for the Patreon analysis. Turning to West Ham now. I'm still happy with how we performed against Liverpool, but it could have been better, albeit with the way that Liverpool defended was unbelievable. It was you watch that replay of Souček's attempt right at the end, and Milner's inch perfect timing to get that block in it's really frustrating. You can see why Moyes was on his knees and going, what the fuck, why haven't you scored, sort of thing for that. But yeah, it was brilliant. It really was a very, very good performance from both sides. Little lackluster from West Ham from the first half, but we're used to that. We shouldn't be used to it. We need to be going out a little bit more, as I said during the watch along for it. Not many people watched it, unfortunately. So guys, please do if you are already subscribed, please do hit your notifications to all, so you know we're going live with it. And of course, because it's on Amazon, a lot more people have got Amazon than they do Sky or BT, so it's understandable that we didn't have that much of an audience. But guys, you guys know how entertaining it is doing the watch-alongs together. But Moyes is confirmed that this game is too early for Cornet. He could be involved, because it seems to be it's looking like he's going to have a late fitness test. But I'll be surprised if he's in the starting 11. I'll be surprised if he's on the bench, to be honest with you. But it looks like Dawson could be in with a chance. It's 75% at the time of this recording. As we know, Paqueta is out with a shoulder injury, which David Moyes has said is not usual for a footballer, so they have to treat it in that respect. There's a very nice tweet that Paqueta put up saying he's not feeling any pain, he's doing well, so hopefully, fingers crossed that he'll be okay. I don't think it's going to be this. Maybe it might be for the Euro game on Thursday, but we'll have to wait and see, of course. But yeah, it's my instincts on this is the fact that, as I said for the Patreons, Fredericks is bound to start, as is Stanislas. I'm sure he is. I mean, I didn't mention Stanislas in the start 11 because a lot of the time he comes off the bench. But yeah, we've got to keep an eye out for those former. I was about to say those former employees, then those former Hammers. We really do. So guys, for the final time now, let's talk about the starting 11. Now, again, this isn't me predicting what I think Moyes is going to do. This is what I'm hoping he's going to do. Two totally different things. I'd still think the 5-3-2 or the 3-5-2, whichever way you want to class it, is the right way to go with this sort of team that we're playing against. And I do think these are the players that we should be putting out. Areola in goal, with a back three of Kehrer, Zuma and Creswell. Soufal and Emerson as the wing-backs, with Bowen, Rice and Benrahma in midfield, supporting Antonio and Scamacca up front. So thank you very much for your time, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you like what I'm doing, then by all means, please do hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications to all. If you've liked the video and you've enjoyed it, click the like button as well, for that matter. Please do share this content with everyone you know that may not be aware of the channel, because even though this channel's been going for quite a few years now, we're still not getting a lot of new traction from people. I don't know what else more I can do apart from sharing it on Twitter and Facebook. You know, it's just that's. But if you want to follow the channel on all social media, it's all down in the description below. But guys, thank you very, very much for your time. And we'll be doing the the full-time thoughts video after the game on Monday night. It'll probably be going up Tuesday morning, the way that by the time I get back. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy your weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very, very soon. All the best now.